Good morning, it is the 22nd of June and it is time for breakfast. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Kay and no, I'm not a food creator. I'm actually just vlogging about weight loss. So it is very early on a Monday morning and I have done my weigh-in, but I'm just going to do my breakfast and, you know, all the regular stuff. Please like, subscribe, hit the little notification bell, and thank you so much to the YouTube community that have been so supportive over the last few weeks. I've left some links to who I watch below because it's just really nice to have some friends, some of which are in the UK, you know, they're quite far. So today's going to be porridge oats. So I'm going to do 40 grams of this because that's a healthy extra, and so I will be using my weighing scales, even though I know it fits into one of these little diddy bowls. But if you use that little diddy bowl to cook your oats in the microwave, then what you will find is that little diddy bowl will be all over your microwave, so I have a bigger bowl for actually cooking it in. My son is going to be joining me for porridge this morning, but he is going to have semi-skimmed milk, which I think you can have 250 mils of in a day. Not that my son's on a diet, he most definitely is not. But I'm going to use this unsweetened almond milk, of which you can have 400 mils for one of your A choices, so it'll be out of that allowance. So remembering to zero my scales, because I forget sometimes, and my bowls weigh 249 grams. So 40 grams. Looks a bit like this, okay? So I don't have cups or scoops because, yeah, I'm not in America. I wish I did have cups. I think I can buy cups, but then I'd have to work out how many grams were in a cup. I suppose once it's worked out, it would be the last to go. Now all I do is I will put it back on the scales, zero it again, and add my milk, because extras need weighing for me, because otherwise I forget. There we go. And it's easy to overuse. Right, I know that I want the bowl full to the rim, so that is 130 mils. So what have we got left? Come on, Kay. 270 mils left. So it's going into a bigger bowl for cooking, and I'll cook mine first. I always cook like the allergy friendly first. So while that's doing for 2 minutes, I'm going to do little Alex's. He's probably going to have his with honey. If I wanted mine sweetened, I could use the 1.5 sin jam, which I have, which is really nice. I would use that to sweeten it rather than sugar. If I had stevia, then I'd use that, but I don't have any. Yeah, so this morning's weigh-in has gone okay. I've enjoyed-ish losing weight this week. There's been a big glaring elephant in the room this week that's affected everything and everyone. And that is the loss of our absolutely beautiful red setter. Yeah, talking about it is too difficult at the minute, so I'm just going to basically, I've noted down a few notes and stuff, and maybe if I feel that I won't completely lose it on camera, I will mention it. I'm just going to put the milk away. Okay, so that brings me to drinks for breakfast. So for breakfast I'm going to have a cup of tea, again with almond milk. I put about 20 to 30 mils of almond milk in it, and Alex will have an orange juice. So just regular orange juice. I think it's made from concentrate. This orange juice, for me, is not worth the sins. It's diabolical, really. Just pick up an orange and eat it instead, which is free. So, saying that you pick up an orange, you can do, because, not that I'm going to have it for breakfast, I'm going to take it to work. Now, if I knew how to use my editing suite, I would get rid of that, but just, I can't catch. So I will put my weigh in after I have taken my walk, because I'll also be walking. So I'll get out the honey for young man. I think honey will be just as bad as sugar, although I like honey. I would maybe not waste my sins, but I would use my sins on honey. They are there to be used, you know, and if you're counting points, or if you've just on a diet plan or calorie counting, then I think honey is a better alternative to sugar. But as it is, I think I'm actually going to use the jam. Find the jam. Didn't take much finding. I've come across the grapes, so I'm going to pack those for a snack as well. So this strawberry jam, which is by Streamline, is absolutely packed full of strawberries, which is fantastic. So when you are measuring out sinnage, I always tend to use some spoons. So much as I would love a teaspoon to be this, it's not, it's this. So I'm going to use a teaspoon. Once it's mixed in, you don't notice that you haven't got a tablespoon. I'm just levelling off with a knife. Try and pack it in there. 1 spoon. And once that's mixed in, honestly, you just get the hint of sweet, and that is absolutely fine. No difficulty. I'm going to pop the kettle on. It's far too noisy to have the kettle on with you guys. And I'm also going to take my supplements with breakfast. So these are my supplements for the moment. Vitamin D Ultra Strong. Brewer's yeast, take 2-3 times a day, these are I do, and starflower oil. These are mainly for my skin. I have acne prone skin, and I was recommended these actually by a friendly patient, and I thought actually it's not a bad idea. And the vitamin D was advised to me by the World Health Authority, who said everybody of a working age should be taking this if you live on the Western Hemisphere. So that's what I'm doing. Pop them in a little bowl. That's the young man's. If I wanted it to look more, I would put it in the small bowl. Do you remember I was saying yesterday about how things in the small bowl look better? So I'll show you what I mean of that. I'll put mine back in a small bowl, because I need spoons anyway, so I may as well use this bowl. So this is mine. This is Sonny Jim's. To me, the smaller bowl looks more satisfying to me because I eat with my eyes. So that was in the Beck diet plan, but this should stand me in good stead this morning. And what I'll do is I'll do a comparison shot. I'll put it in, and I'll put all the different cals and sins side by side of our breakfast. I don't count my starflower oil, and I think some people would. There's a little bit of controversy for you. I'm going to go on a walk next, and I'll tell you about my weights. Alright, I'll see you in a moment. Gosh, I'm so sorry guys. The window was terrible, so I'm going to leave this till another time. So I'm now back at home. I've actually done morning clinic, and it's time for a spot of lunch, which is going to be chicken and bacon with Doritos, which will be about 8 sins. I had 1.5 sins at my breakfast. Calorie wise, at the moment I'm about 350, and that'll take me up to 750 for the day. So I wanted to go through my weigh-in, but first I want to show you my mask, because for once I actually match my scrubs, which is fab. Okay, so yeah, Eeyore, which is kind of the way I feel at the minute. I'm trying to be as bright and breezy as I can, but it's just so difficult without the dog. It's so awful. Anyway, like literally skipping over that before we've got tears on camera. You know, I've got 6 52 days before I go to Disney now, and I can't wait. I want that do it. I want to be thinner, just so I don't get leg rub with all that flipping walking, because you can't half get leg rub, and fingers crossed it'll be a warmer day than today. So weigh in, drum roll please. Dun, 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 dun. So today I am 184.8 pounds, which is down from 189. It was 191 a couple of weeks ago. I am now 13 stone 2, so since my last Monday weigh-in I was 13.7, so that's great. I've lost 5 pounds, which is amazing, and I'm really pleased. And kilo wise, I was 85.73 and I've come down to 83.69, so yes, I'm very happy. So my BMI is 29, so still in the overweight range. My body fat is 41%. I worked out my TDEE on a TDEE calculator, and that has fallen from 18 to 1720. But even on days when I'm not doing Slimming World, like when you're on the Beck Diet Solution, you choose 2 diets. So when I have a day like yesterday, because it was Father's Day and we went out for fish and chips, although the other meals I did were Slimming World, what I did was I turned it on its head and I did calorie counting instead. So that's come out that my yesterday turned out about 1,600 calories with exercise calories included and deducted, otherwise it would have been like 1,008. Talking about the milk this morning, so whole milk, you're allowed a 200 whole milk allowance, semi-skimmed 250 and skimmed 350, 400 for your almond milk. My sins at breakfast time were 0.5 for the jam that I showed you, and my son's sins, not that he's on a diet, it's just for comparison, 6 sins for the juice, and because he had 2 tablespoons of honey, because he really does like it sweet, that was 5 sins. So when you've only got 15 sins for the day and you have 11 at breakfast, that would probably make me switch to calorie counting straight away actually, because neither of those things are bad foods, they're just per density of that food and how full they make you feel. They're just not, there isn't enough bang for your buck with them really. So that's what I'm going on. The Beck Diet Solution I have kind of erred at day 12. I need to regroup with that. At the moment I'm just sat licking my wounds. I'm not really into it at the moment, but there are some things in that, because that's therapy. There are some things that I can take forward. So I'm not giving myself a hard time for feeling down at the moment. I'm just down. I'm sick of sighing. I feel like I could punch myself in my own face for sighing so often. It's just like, so just lots and lots of sighing and tears and the rest of it. So, and I'm going to assume it's going to be a few more days before I can talk coherently about the matter on YouTube. Other things, I just feel quite overwhelmed by how busy I am. So the productivity, I'm starting to try and do what they do say in the Beck Diet Solution, which is to make sure that you are getting rid of the difference between a want and a need. So I want to do go to the post office to put in my eBay parcels, but I could actually have my husband do that on my behalf. We could do it together. I need to go to work to pay the bills, but I don't need to work extra at the moment. So the weekend shift that I had booked, happily for me, something's occurred at their end and they've cancelled it, but I don't have to really go for another shift. I'll just leave that as open and I'll have that day to myself. So bonus time, yeah, I've got Sunday all to my own lonesome and the family and my to-do list. But yeah, that'll be good. But like I said, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. All comments are answered and it's just onwards and upwards. Big special mention to my friend Chit Chat Paddywhack. She's absolutely amazing, and I found a new YouTuber who has been, she's also a Disney nerd and she is on a Disney diet, and so I'll pop her link below as well. Alright, I'll speak to you soon. Any questions, just pop them below. I'd love to know what you maybe put on your porridge in the morning, and I will see you next Monday. Bye.